Welcome to Sinister Stories. Today we will be telling scary stories that'll make your skin itch if you enjoy the video. Please like and subscribe, thank you. The Haunted Doll. In a small town, there was an old antique shop with a sinister secret. One day, a young girl named Emily stumbled upon a dusty, creepy doll hidden among the shelves. She was inexplicably drawn to it and convinced her parents to buy it for her. That night, as Emily slept, she began to hear faint whispers coming from her room. She dismissed it as her imagination until the doll mysteriously appeared at the foot of her bed. Its lifeless eyes seemed to follow her every move. Terrified, Emily tried to get rid of the doll, but it always found its way back. Night after night, the doll tormented Emily. It moved on its own, appearing in unexpected places and whispering eerie threats. The once vibrant and cheerful girl became a shadow of her former self, plagued by fear and sleepless nights. Eventually, Emily's parents sought the help of a paranormal investigator. The expert discovered that the doll was possessed by the spirit of a vengeful child who had met a tragic end. With a risky ritual, the investigator managed to cleanse the doll and release the trapped soul. But even after the spirit was banished, Emily could never forget the haunting presence of the doll. To this day, she shudders at the thought of it and warns others never to underestimate the power of haunted objects. The Ghostly Reflection. Late one night, a young woman named Sarah was driving home alone along a deserted road. The rain poured heavily, making it difficult to see. As she approached a dimly lit bridge, her car suddenly stalled, leaving her stranded. Sarah desperately searched for her phone to call for help, but it was nowhere to be found. Panicking, she decided to brave the storm and walk to the nearest house for assistance. With each step, her fear grew as she felt an unsettling presence lurking behind her. When Sarah finally reached the house, she knocked on the door, seeking refuge from the storm. An elderly woman answered and invited her in, sensing her distress. As they talked, Sarah noticed an old family portrait on the wall, and her heart skipped a beat. The woman noticed Sarah's reaction and revealed that the woman in the portrait was her deceased daughter, who tragically died in a car accident on that very bridge. Overwhelmed with shock, Sarah realized that she had seen the ghostly reflection of the woman in her car's rearview mirror. From that day on, Sarah vowed never to drive alone at night again. The image of the ghostly reflection still haunts her, a chilling reminder of the thin veil that separates the living from the dead. The Forgotten Basement. In a quaint suburban neighborhood, a family moved into a new home filled with old-world charm. Everything seemed perfect, except for one peculiar feature, a locked basement door. The previous owners had left no explanation, and the family decided to leave it untouched. Months passed and strange occurrences plagued the family. They would hear muffled sounds like whispers and shuffling emanating from below. Objects would go missing and reappear in odd places. Nightmares plagued their sleep, with vivid images of a shadowy figure lurking in the dark. Driven by curiosity and desperation, the family finally decided to open the forbidden basement door. Inside, they discovered a hidden room covered in dust and cobwebs. The air felt heavy with an unsettling presence. As they explored further, they uncovered journals and newspaper clippings from the previous owners. Shockingly, the documents revealed a history of occult practices and sacrificial rituals performed in the very room they stood in. It seemed that the basement had been a site of unspeakable horrors. Realizing they had disturbed an ancient evil, the family attempted to leave, but the door slammed shut, trapping them inside. Whispers turned into menacing growls, and the shadowy figure materialized before them. With no escape, the family became prisoners in their own home, forever tormented by the dark forces they had awakened. Remember, these stories are meant to send shivers down your spine and raise the hairs on your arms. Enjoy the thrill, but be careful not to let your imagination run too wild.